now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. You look at the Raptors. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference.
And I think for Toronto, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
The resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. A pair of shooters at the guards, Curry and Hield, and Richard. And for Toronto, perimeter pairing, Barrett and Ingram. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. And it's quickly in at the 1. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, excitement building in Ontario ahead of this coming May when the WNBA makes its long-awaited launch north of the border. The Toronto Tempo will become Canada's first ever WNBA franchise, and with that league finding a rhythm, this debut feels right on time.
It is a beautiful thing. And Shams, we appreciate the report.
Well, we know Pirtle very efficient down there. This guy has got great post moves and soft touch.
Here's Green. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Boy, creating opportunities at point-blank range. This is exactly what you want.
Barnes kicks to Pirtle. It's Ingram on the wing. Barnes outside. From 15 feet away, again, Toronto.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
This is definitely not the guy to foul. He loves getting to the free throw line.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Darko Rajakovic. He said, let's be honest, Jimmy Butler is one guy we have to be aware of at all times. When it comes to a player who's as versatile as he is, that means the D has to be versatile too. That means showing Butler various looks and various defenders. Kevin, back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. And it's Barrett penetrating. Nice shot by Pirtle.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Over in the corner, Barnes. Pirtle. And Pirtle able to finish. Pirtle's got 8 points.
This team loves it when Pirtle can make an impact on the offensive glass. There's a lot of ways he can get his points, but this is an easy one.
Shots good from Butler.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Raptors leading by 4. Quickly with it. He had 25 points last game. Jimmy Butler with the rebound.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Oh, I'm sure he can't either.
Green with a screen on Barnes. Takes a 3, and it's Stephen Curry with a 3.
You cannot give Curry an inch. This guy is relentless when he's behind the arc.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski's coming in for Hield. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Golden State's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Green, the screen. Kuminga, the pass to Green. They now take the lead. Green's got his second bucket of the game to go. And although it's still early in the season, Greg, what kinds of storylines have caught your attention so far?
How the All-Star voting is shaping up. All-Star appearances are mentioned on a player's resume, especially when they retire. So these guys want to be one as many times as possible. Outside
Butler. It's Curry outside, and another three for Golden State.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a three of his own.
Outside Barrett. Here's Kelishvili. They get it back. Ingram wide open. Buries it from three-point range.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Outside Butler takes the three. It's rebounded by Barrett. The Raptors with the lead. Here's Ingram. No good with the layup. And it's the Warriors on the break. Curry finds Butler. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Butler's got 7.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Curry passes to Green. Back to Curry. There's the triple. And the Warriors, another three.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
A three from Quickly. It's rebounded by Golden State.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
2 points. That one goes.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. No good, unable to end this run. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And the three-point shot has been... And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Kuminga out there with Horford. Then it's Butler. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Podziemski in at the point.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Barnes passes to Kelishvili. And a chance here to check out some stats for him.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at the true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. With the All-Star game almost here, let's see how the West is shaping up. You take a look at the Warriors. Right now, they've been able to gather the 8th best record in the conference as the latter part of the season approaches.
And I think for the Warriors, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And becoming better at just knowing when to move the ball. Kuminga improving as a passer.
In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player. And the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance. But threes are still their best bet.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spencer's checked in. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Barnes the screen. It's deflected. And it's the Warriors on the break. And Kuminga throws it down.
That's as easy as it gets for Kuminga. Defense has to bring more energy than that.
And Brandon Podziemski gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And Don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion as those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices. The pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
Ingram outside. Off target from three-point range. Warriors leading by 9. Here's Podziemski. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
The Raptors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Endorse the Raptors. It would seem further ahead defensively than they are at the offensive end.
Kevin, it's an organization that historically looks for size. They have a lot of length and athleticism. The ability to force turnovers and be disruptive is something they identify, and then they want to push in transition. They're actually an entertaining group.
And the Raptors making a change here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. Here's quickly. And misses it off the right side of the rim. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, guys. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Guys, back to you.
All for one. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Curry outside. Barnes grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Barrett gets it to go.
Boy, that comfort level from three-point territory, that is something R.J. Barrett's continued to work on.
Some nice passing by Golden State. And again, no good by Golden State.
Boy, they've managed without him to a degree, which bodes well for them overall.
A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now.
The previous play is underneath.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
The ruling on the floor stands.
You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is. And how hard it can sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Richards is checked in, and it's Buddy Hield in for Stephen Curry. That one drops for him.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
Quickly the pass to Purtle. Now, here's Barrett. Pass to quickly. Launches it. And the Raptors miss again.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
Now, Podziemski. Back to Green. From downtown. No good that time. Raptors trail by 9. In the corner, Barrett with it. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Barrett's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Raptors. To the wing right side. Back to Horford. Pass to Podziemski. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Podziemski's got 13 points.
Now he's had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Toronto's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter.
Oh, just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I gotta say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Here's Richard. Offline with his 3.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Back deflected quickly. The three. Paczynski grabs the board.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Healed from outside. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Ingram right side. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Healed outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Warriors on top, up 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Contributions from their bench, providing once again the importance of depth.
Yeah, with the way their starters play, they may also.
Let's shift gears now and see how things are stacking up. And that about wraps it up.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. In at the forwards, Ingram and Barnes. The guard spots filled by Quickly and Barrett. And it's Pirtle in at the center position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. The 3, Curry. What else is new?
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Out to Ingram. Fires the 3. Sinks the triple. Ingram's got 8.
And his team giving up a 3 at the other end. And Ingram craps back.
Curry looking it over. Pointer, Butler. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Quickly with it. Butler covering. Ingram with room to shoot. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And this is Ingram's attitude. He's ready to fire away as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Outside Barrett. Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Well, critical in the pick and roll that you be able to deliver the ball in a timely spot and in the right position. And R.J. Barrett does just that.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Draymond Green. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 7 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. From deep. And it's Curry again from deep. Curry's got 24 points.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Quickly against Curry. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Yeah, that's coming with force. R.J. Barrett, nothing you can do to stop that.
Warriors leading by 9. Heel kicks to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. And the Warriors, another 3.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks chill.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his fourth foul of the contest. The Raptors making a switch here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski's coming in for Hield.
That's two things right there for R.J. Barrett. It's awareness and unselfishness. Pretty pass.
Curry against Quickly. Pass to Podziemski. Three-pointers off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Ingram passes to Quickly. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter of the game. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. And it's good. The time running down in the shot clock. Mamu Kelishvili has got 4 this quarter. Warriors leading by 8. Pass to Podziemski. Back to Curry. And here is Kuminga. Misses the 3. Right side Barrett. Over in the corner, Barnes. Off target from outside.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
To the middle. Here's Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's ready to talk things through with them. Some changes here for the Warriors. Al Horford, he's checked in for Green. Moody comes in for Butler. And it's Seth Curry in for Stephen Curry. Pass to Murray Boyle. Here's Shed, guarded by Curry. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. Here's Dick. He has yet to score. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Second chance effort, and the shot goes down.
So much balance when Dick's in the air. Always able to square his chest and make a confident stroke.
Horford high post. It's Curry outside. Rebound by the Raptors.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
And it's Shed missing. Warriors leading by 8. And Curry has it in the corner. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. 18 points from three-point range for him in that quarter. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Jimmy Butler is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. Then there's Horford. And it's Moody in at the shooting guard.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Pass to Kuminga. Launches a three. Toronto grabs the miss. Amukelashvili has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Here's Kuminga. And a miss there on the triple. Raptors trail by 5. Here's Shea. The three-pointer, no good. Kuminga finds Moody. Kuminga down low. And Butler launches from deep. It's good from long range. And the Warriors lead by 8.
Well, playing a little long ball. Butler shows you have to respect him even if he enters the parking lot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Kuminga dishes to Horford. Golden State moving the ball around. Back to Podziemski. Pocket 6. And the Warriors, another 3. And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen.
Some changes for Golden State. Quentin Post is checked in for Horford. Green comes in for Kuminga. And Curry subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Darko Rajakovic said to the team. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks. And here's Ingram from the arc, and Moody pulls it down. Warriors leading by 13. Outside Butler. Left side Curry. For the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Murray Boyles has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Will it go? The rebound by Post. And here's Curry who brings it up for the Warriors. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
Substitution for your Raptors.
Long range from the inbound. No can do. Misses for the 6th time and 15 shots from the floor. Looking to get back on track here. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
How about the vertical Emmanuel quickly is showing you right there? That is tough.
Now Butler. Beyond the arc. Barnes rips down the rebound. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. Ingram. Jumper is off.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
Barnes rips down the rebound.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it. At that range, it is about finishing strong. You can't hesitate.
Some changes for Golden State. Richards is checked in, and it's Buddy Hield in for Moody. And stolen by Barnes. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
Boy, Scotty Barnes, the complete package. Nice interior finish there.
Butler is screen on quickly. Curry connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Now here's Ingram. He's guarded closely. from 11. Hield rips down the rebound. Warriors leading by 10. Now here's Curry. Now Green. Outside Curry. 6 to shoot. And the 3 misses. A lot of time left for the Raptors in this one. Green rips down the board. Butler. Oh, tough play by Butler.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight cover.
Now here's Ingram. He's covered closely. And he banks the layup in.
And loving when Ingram uses that length down low, not settling for the jumper. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Warriors.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Stephen Curry.
Boy, it's not just the scoring he gave them. It was the efficiency with which he did it.
Ingram. Down he goes for 3. And an intentional foul right there.
First team foul.
And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Golden.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. And the Raptors call time here. They're behind by 7. Guys, what's your take?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
Butler with the steal. And so they foul intentionally.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8.
2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
And that should do it. No miracle comeback tonight, but boy, what a game, fellas.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be.
Steph, I know it's still early, but...
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg and...
Now that we're approaching the midway point of the season, Legs, what kind of storylines are you following?
Well, this is the time of the year, B.A., when you start talking about the trade deadline. You know there are teams out there looking to make that perfect move to put them over the top.
How unnerving for a player is this time of year?
Very difficult when those rumors are swirling, not just for the player involved, but for his teammates as well.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Down low, it'll be the tenacious pair of Butler and Draymond. Sharpshooters Curry and Hield pair as the backcourt. The shot by Ingram, no good. Right side Curry. To the inside. Here's Green. And the layup falls.
And you know if there's anyone who's going to stick their nose in the action, in the paint, it's Draymond Green.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Hield from outside. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Long-range shots like that, almost effortless for Hield. Every chance he gets, he'll take that shot. He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. The Warriors have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Guys, one of the more lengthy free agency sagas revolved around Jonathan Kuminga, and many thought his time was up in Golden State. He saw fewer and fewer minutes down the stretch of last season and into their playoff run. But when Kuminga tested free agency, tested potential sign and trade deals, nobody seemed to be the exact right fit. So eventually, he took the Warriors' offer. Guys, we'll see just how long this lasts, but for now, he'll continue to be in that Golden State uniform.
Yeah, we'll continue to track that story. Okay, thanks for the report, Shams. Tim, with his agility and that 7'3" wingspan, Scotty Barnes can guard virtually anyone.
Well, because he's got the combination, Brian, of lateral quickness and physicality. He is great at the point of attack and fighting through screens. Just a top-shelf defender.
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul of the game. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here, gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic. On the topic of Curry, Coach said, it's like playing a game of tag. He continued, we had our wings chase our guards around in practice, and everyone is on notice. We all know how good he can be. The important thing is to not take any plays off. We'll stay sharp, or he'll remind us, that's for sure. Guys, back over to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Barnes. He has a clear impact on this offense, putting up over 19 a game.
And this is how you finish inside. Barnes, I mean, he doesn't fear anyone close to the rim.
Butler with the ball. He's guarded by Barnes. Outside Curry. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Defeated by Washington in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Well, that's a great point, and you could also add poor communication. The rotations were slow and sometimes not even there at all.
The three from Curry. Drops in the three. Curry's got 5 now.
Well, you knew that was coming. Curry with the answer.
A 3, Barrett. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. And it's Butler with the ball for Golden State. They trail by 1. This game against Toronto is the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, they had some trouble with this team last year, splitting the season series. 12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
They're just giving away a run right now. The question is, can they stop the tide?
Well, let's pump the brakes right here. Put a Band-Aid on this, and you've got to turn it around. The momentum is going the other way.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. You look at the Warriors, hasn't been a banner year thus far, but they're clinging to that 8th spot in the conference.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they've had some terrific moments this season. But where's the big leap upward that we've been waiting for?
Yeah, they're right where we thought they would be, and that's okay. Improvement rarely happens overnight.
I just love the ball move.
Here's Ingram. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. Pass to Mamukelashvili. To halt the run. And the layup is up and in.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Curry passes to Green. Back to Curry. 1:19 left to play in the first. And Kuminga throws it down.
Man, it's like he's jumping off a trampoline. Kuminga that time going high for the jam.
Outside Ingram. Connects from downtown.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Warriors leading. Outside Curry. Going inside, and that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
Here's Murray Boyles. From outside, off the mark. The Warriors lead by 4. Outside Curry. Takes a 3. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Now here's Ingram. He's been an important part of this offense, averaging around 22 points a game. Down low. Puts it up. And it's Green missing. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Toronto shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And honestly, the one thing that's held Brandon Ingram back is health. And at this stage of his career, if he is able to play, he is going to be a huge factor.
Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Warriors ahead, up 6. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Well, from the start, they've been making quality passes offensively, and that is reflected in their assist number.
They've got Scotty Barnes. He's out there with Grady Dick. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Here's Shed. He got a piece of it. Horford with it. 14 points for him last game against Dallas. The shot by Butler, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Tim, when you talk about Jimmy Butler, just how hard of a worker is this guy?
Well, he's just exceptional. That gritty style of play is what makes him so respected, B.A. And as we know, he has a way of rising to the occasion.
Raptors trail by 4. The 3 from Barnes. Barnes drills the triple.
You know, Barnes was waiting on that shot. All he needed was for the ball to find him.
Outside Moody. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Warriors missing. For Toronto, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Here's Walter. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Warriors have got nothing to go in this quarter. 0 for 5. Moody from outside. Rebound, Toronto. Outside Dick over Kuminga. Dick with a miss.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
It's Pajemski on the wing. The 3 is up. Walter pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
So they take the lead. Shed's got his first bucket in this one.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
And the Raptors with some changes. Ingram's checked in for Dick. R.J. Barrett comes in for Walter. And quickly subbed in for Shed. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Moody. Drains the triple.
And when the 3 is going for Green, it's a terrific sign for this offense.
Outside Ingram. Lets it go from the wing. The shot misses.
He bailed out the defense because that's an easy look for him.
Ooh, good work on the interior from Butler.
And that's a rare trait for a wing. Over the course of his career, most of Butler's points have come in the paint.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, the Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "What we're watching with Steph is one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform?" to make the game easier for him. That's where we are. Back over to you, Brian.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, thank you. Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave a team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more.
And Horford gets it to go.
Yeah, you can tell Curry knows the angles, smartly setting up another guy.
And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. Trailing by 2. Outside Ingram. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Jimmy Butler. Think about the Raptors last season trading for Brandon Ingram, signing him to a 3-year, $120 million extension, Tim.
And B.A., I think that tells you all you need to know. That's a sign they're retooling rather than rebuilding. Not long after trading away Siakam and Anunoby and letting Van Vliet walk, they are back in buyer's mode.
Trying to get back to their championship form of 2019.
Top-tier organization trying to stay competitive.
The Raptors have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. Another missed shot. He's 1 of 5, looking shaky out there. Podziemski tried to bank it in, but it misses. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. The shot by Ingram, no good. Golden State has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range. Oh! Get you some! Nice.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy Butler showing you that he's still got plenty of bounce in those legs.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Our 2K leaderboard showing stats from the real NBA. The best passing teams in the association. 5th, the Raptors.
This is a squad that understands the importance of being unselfish and moving the ball. You love to watch smart basketball like that.
The Warriors leading. Here's Curry. Off the left rim and out. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Fires the 3. Hits the trifecta. Murray Boyles has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Quickly against Curry. Curry from inside.
They have no answer defensively inside.
The Raptors have gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. And that one is hammered home.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
A pleasant surprise from Draymond there. I mean, I love when he looks for his offense.
Toronto has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. They get the rebound. Here's Murray Boyles. Uneasy 2 on the layup. Murray Boyles has got 5 now.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Well, he saw the opportunity and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
It's all tied in Toronto. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi.
Well, looking at the Warriors, they've been stuck in the middle tier. Not good enough to challenge for a chip, but not bad enough to get a high draft pick. They're really going to need to...
And circling back now to the Raptors' first half, they've got themselves a game.
The bench has stepped up.
Appreciate you joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Steph and Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
And so in the game for the Warriors, sharpshooters Curry and Hield pair as the backcourt. Down low it'll be the tenacious pair of Butler and Draymond.
Well, that's a big man playing big. Pirtle using all of that 7-foot length.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Quickly against Curry. Here's Pirtle. And he drops it in from the low post. He's got 10.
You know, we just love to start the second half this way. What a play call.
Well, it's nice to get a layup that can get your offense flowing.
No one covering.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And it's the Raptors with the ball. 4-point game.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Here's Quickly. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Quickly's got 7 points in the game.
That's nice work inside by Quickly. He's only 6'3", but he feels like he can score in the paint whenever he wants.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
And Tim, last season, Draymond Green adding a Hustle Player of the Year award to his Hall of Fame resume.
Yeah, B.A., that's an award every young player should aspire to have. But I know for Draymond Green, he was hoping to get his second Defensive Player of the Year award.
Quickly outside, launches it. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Butler. Pass to Curry. The 3. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Quickly. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. 9 points in the game.
That's really pretty. The mid-range from Quickly. I love it.
Inside. Here's Butler. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Grant?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time, but what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little.
Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Pajemski comes in for Hield.
Well, I'll tell you what, that pull-up jumper is so tough to stop because of the high release point. Brandon Ingram got himself a better angle.
Kuminga's shot is off. Raptors trail by 5. The open shot by Barnes, and there's Toronto with another bucket.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
Golden State has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. On the wing, Curry, guarded by Quickly. Outside for Butler. Here's Pajemski. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Pajemski's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
They've had a hard time shutting down the 3-point shot.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And the Warriors making a change here. Moody's checked in. A moment here to see the numbers for Moses Moody. Charity stripe shot, and that one's good. Ingram's got 4 points now in the quarter.
6 of their last 10 points have come from that mid-range area.
Here's Kuminga. Man, oh man, Kuminga with the easy bounce. Throws it down.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
The Warriors lead by 4. Pass to Green. Oh! Green dropping the hammer!
Okay, Draymond showing you he can still get up. Do not sleep on Draymond's hops. Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
And it's Green missing. And Ingram has got the ball here for Toronto. Pass to Murray Boyles. It's stolen by Kuminga. It's stolen by Ingram. And now the Raptors on the break. A nice shot by Murray Boyles. Now just a 2-point Warrior lead.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assist.
On the wing, Curry. 27 points for him. Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
And Green really smart to understand. He sets the screen and he knows he'll get rewarded for it.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Good. Ingram's got 12.
Attacking the heart of this defense. That's 8 straight points inside.
Now Curry scoring around 28.5 points a game. A very talented offensive player. But if it goes... Steph and Curry getting it done for Golden State. 7 3-pointers so far. He is completely dialed in from... Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
We get about a 5-minute defensive break.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Grady Dick, also Barnes out there, and it's Mavrick in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Toronto passing it around. Here's Shed. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Warriors leading. Here's the 3. The shot by Pajemski, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Barnes, it's good.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
The Warriors shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Here's Spencer. To the middle. Here's Butler. No good on the shot. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. Pass to Mavrick. Here's Shed. Barnes feeling it out a bit to take the lead. The Warriors pull it in. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Brooklyn where they'll face the Nets. That'll be their second of 3 games total on this road trip.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Spencer. And again, no good by Golden State. Right side Dick. Buried from 15 feet out. And the Raptors lead by 2.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
Brandon Ingram is checked in for Toronto. And Golden State also making a switch. Curry's checked in. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Grady Dick. 3-pointer. Warriors with the rebound. Horford's got his 5th rebound in this one. Butler finishes the job.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Outside Ingram. The 3. Warriors with the rebound. Horford's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
Outside Pajemski. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Now it's a 5-point Warrior lead.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Yes, sir! That one goes!
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
Yeah, regardless of the outcome, they should be proud of how hard they played.
You want to talk about a high-value veteran, Al Horford is your guy. I mean, he's been around the block and has a ton of wisdom to share with younger guys.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Mamukelashvili. R.J. Barrett comes in for Dick. And quickly subbed in for Shed.
Not perfect, but does the important work to make it a two-possession game.
Down it goes!
Well, that was a big spot, and Poeltl was not afraid of the moment.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors. The lead is 2. Puts up the tray. Poeltl rips down the board. The Raptors have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Ingram fires. Oh, the long ball, no good. Outside Curry. Green up top. Now Butler. Curry! The three is off. 1:46 left to play in the fourth quarter. Barrett outside. Ingram. Oh, he jammed it.
Well, that's just a clutch shot from Barnes, and it's what his team expects from him in these moments.
The Warriors have gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this fourth quarter.
And that's just nerves of steel. Wow, Draymond getting it done.
Toronto trailing. Ingram double team. Poeltl. Oh, he jams it right back at him.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Golden State has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. Wow, Curry takes the hit and finishes inside.
Well, if you need a big one, just give it to Steph Curry. Got quite a few rings to back that up.
Oh, touches it off the glass.
Well, they really needed that one right there, and Ingram came through in a big moment.
Up top, Curry, guarded by Quickly. Butler, a screen on Quickly. Curry, can't hit it.
Defensive rebounding is so important, and he fought for that one.
Now Barrett to take the lead. Cash from downtown.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
Yeah, fearless play from Curry inside. Going up against tough defense and getting fouled while shooting.
Good on the first. And that brings him within 2 here. And he makes both free throws.
And this team knows they can rely on him in these situations. He is so consistent at the free throw line.
Ingram on the take. Oh, ho, ho. That's a man on a mission right there.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
What a huge shot at this point in the game. He's just a natural-born leader. This team counts on Curry to take over in exactly these spots.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Quickly outside. Here's Barrett. Now Poeltl. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. Curry fires. The triple drop. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Obviously, not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
They've got one last chance to win it. It's got to be a catch and shoot off the inbounds play. They don't have time for a second pass.
from. Misses the three. And so it's the Warriors who come out on top here. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Stephen, plenty of momentum swings in this game. What made the difference in the end?
Because everybody was on. Defensively, it was a tough night on both sides, just trying to contain and fire around and try to contest shots. But at the end of the day, we made a couple more plays, kept our composure on the stretch, and got the win.
It's a beautiful thing when shots are falling. Thanks, Stephen.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Stephen Curry.